Hello everyone, Alexander's here. For today, I'm going to show a major piece of side content. Most of you probably won't even want to do this until you're at least level 95 plus or so. I recommend, honestly, level 100 plus and having level 100 equipment, good equipment. Uh, so for this is called Castellita Battle Force. Now, the object of this particular side content is that two teams of four are going to battle against waves of enemies to protect against gates and other objectives in an effort to either stall out the timer or kill all the enemies as quickly as possible. You win either way, but obviously you get more points if you kill as many enemies as possible. Now, you get rewarded based on not only the team's whole contribution, but your individual performance as well. I decided to do this as the Swordmaster. As the Swordmaster doing this, your job is simple. Try to just kill stuff as fast as possible. Obviously, as you can see, these guys are all level 100 plus. But I'm using some pretty powerful equipment myself for my level. Thankfully, this seems like an easy win. sadly, even with my spell defense, it still does too much damage. Because that's a spell where people need to be grouped up for. And since everybody ran off to kill those, hopefully this guy just stays put. But as you can see, I'm basically a bit under level 4 this, because even with my 45% spell resistance and mage order, I still can't take that full example without others being nearby. But he's the primary objective. Everybody should be focusing on him. Really, the other guys, it doesn't matter that much. Only like a few people need to go after him. So they really should have stayed on this boss. Because of that, he's getting closer to the gates. At the very least, we were able to prevent it from destroying the gate. So based on your performance, you get achievements, a rank up, which will make you stronger over time. I believe you'll earn passives that'll make it easier for you to complete these battles. And you'll get a lot of items needed to create stuff. So what is this for exactly? Well, as for the Somia Ruins, being where you get your armor, here you can create weapons. And by collecting the needed items, see, I can make a Sanctum Greatsword if I wanted to. And you're able to make this stuff for yourself. And Right now I can make up to the sky. Great sword. I don't think the 120 weapons are out yet, actually. So when you make these, alright, they're going to always be 3-star, but they will have random enchantments on them. At the very least, though, they will always be 3-star. Unlike the Sylvia Ruins, where they can be 1, 2, or 3-star with random augments. But I'm guessing the further up you go, the easier that will be. You'll also get medals, which you need for the reward exchange, so it's not enough to have materials. You'll get medals from winning the fights. And when you're ready to do this, okay, depending on what he says, if they're currently attacking a town, when you select head out, you want to select the bottom option, and that's going to matchmake you, okay, to an alliance. When a town isn't under attack, he's going to give you a whole bunch of lists to choose from. These are basically the squadrons that you can go with, alright, based on your own choices. Each squadron is different. I think they provide like different boosts or buffs. And fighting for one squadron constantly may give you bonuses later on. Most people, however, will select the final option, the furthest list, and that's where the general, it's going to say General M on it, or at least you see a big M on there. That basically means General M will pick a team for you, and most people go with that option, so that you can just get in real quick. So the more rankings you earn, all these are passive buffs that you get. But you have to get achievements to do that. These achievements can be anything from getting certain points, fighting certain battles, killing certain enemies, doing certain objectives. It can be pretty much anything. There's even a leaderboard for most times. And if you complete any achievements, that gives you a reward like this one here. It gives you cosmetic rewards. Pretty nifty stuff. And again, the more achievements you get, okay, the more passives you have, make things easier. But again, it is not recommended that you do any of this unless you're at least level 100 plus. Depending on the vocation, you can contribute fairly well at 90, which is the minimum level you need to be. You also have to be at least 500 HP to be able to go in. So level 90 requirement and 500 HP is necessary to be able to do this. But due to the difficulty of the enemies, and they do raise the difficulty up a little bit every time they raise the level cap. Okay, level 90, even with my gear, as you can see, I have a lot of spell damage down. That wasn't enough to withstand a triple barrage of that Kasama. Okay, because that was actually supposed to be taken with other party members. The way that attack works is it will go after random targets, but if there are no random targets nearby, it will just go after the person. But even with all my spell resistance, I could resist it. If I was on Paladin, I most definitely could have. My Paladin has far more defense, because it's a defensive vocation. It has about 210 defense more over my Demon Swordsman. And it has another 21% spell resistance. So if I was on my Paladin, I likely could have survived any of those attacks. But as a Demon Swordsman, I'm just a tankier DPS compared to all the other attacker-focused locations. So expect to die a lot as a DPS to attacks that will just come out of nowhere. Okay, most of them you really just can't dodge. You'll just do it at random. You might have maybe a second or two to get out of the way if you aren't doing anything by the time they start winding it up. But honestly, It's all really dependent on how good your gear is, how many vocations you leveled, your master war passives, level you are, etc. But yeah, that's basically the defense force. So again, like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos. If you have any questions, just ask me in the community. Links are down below for my community Discord and my playlist.